The 20 to 25,000 rupees price segment is the hottest right now for smartphones. So many great and value for money options. Now today in this video, I am going to talk about two such smartphones in the sub 25k price segment that offer incredible value. Motorola Edge 50 Fusion and the Nothing Phone 2a. Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. Smartphones in the sub 25k price segment have gotten so good, and a prime example of that are these two smartphones, the Nothing Phone 2a and the Moto Edge 50 Fusion. Both of these are kind of trying to do the same thing. They're not focusing only on one aspect like performance or camera or design. They're trying to be all-rounders. But which one of these is a better all-rounder? Well, let's find out. Design-wise, both of these smartphones take a different approach. The Moto Edge 50 Fusion has a minimal, classy and safe design. It's super lightweight and comfortable to use. In fact, it feels very premium in the hand. So definitely a minimal and safe approach towards design. But the Nothing Phone 2a has a design language of its own. The transparent black panel, the glyph lights, this red dot, the black buttons, everything comes very well together. I would say it's very different from what we see in the industry. It is minimal and different. But yeah, it is a little bit uncomfortable to hold when we compare it to the Moto Edge 50 Fusion. That's because this phone is a little bit wider and the Moto Edge 50 Fusion is narrow and tall. But if I had to pick one design, I would definitely pick the Nothing Phone 2a because it looks very different and it is minimal at the same time. But design is very subjective and a personal choice. So what do you guys prefer? Let me know in the comment section down below. What about build quality though? In terms of build quality, both are budget, especially because of the plastic used. The plastic frame, the plastic back panel doesn't give the most premium feeling out there. But with that being said, there are two colors in the Moto Edge 50 Fusion which come with a vegan leather back panel, so that material is a little bit better and gives a bit of a premium feel. Moto Edge 50 Fusion also has IP68 rating, which is awesome at this price. As far as display protection goes, both of these smartphones have Gorilla Glass 5. Display-wise, there are two major differences. First difference is in terms of refresh rate. The display on Moto Edge 50 Fusion can go up to 144Hz and the display on Nothing Phone 2a can go up to 120Hz. So the refresh rate is better on the Moto Edge 50 Fusion and that definitely gives an edge to this smartphone. Pun intended. And the second difference is flat versus curved. Now, I personally would prefer a flat display that is with the Nothing Phone 2a. It looks stunning, easy to use, and I personally love it. Now, what do you guys prefer, a curved display or a flat display? Let me know in the comment section down below. But apart from that, the panel quality is awesome on both of these smartphones. They're high quality OLED displays, great viewing angles, bright enough and good colors. Watching content on either of these displays is an immersive experience. And yes, both of them do come with an in-display fingerprint scanner. No complaints in that department. See, as I said in the intro, these smartphones are trying to be all-rounders. They're not focusing on one aspect. That's why the performance of these smartphones is good for normal use. Things like WhatsApp, Instagram, UPI payments, maybe some casual gaming here and there. For all these things, both of these smartphones do a great job and they will give you a smooth experience. But if you want to do any sort of heavy stuff, then these smartphones are not meant for that. In that case, you should go for a smartphone which focuses on performance. Something like the Poco X6 Pro. And both of these smartphones are very similar in terms of performance. But with that being said, after clicking a photo on the Nothing Phone 2a, the HDR processing is very slow as compared to this smartphone. HDR processing on Moto Edge 50 Fusion is definitely faster. Now, to give you guys a reference point about performance, here are screenshots of Geekbench and Antutu. You can see that the difference is not that huge, but still it gives you a reference point. Now we come to a very interesting point, that is software. See, software is something that is very similar yet very different on these smartphones. Both the softwares are clean, almost stock Android experience with some great features, but yet they are different. Each one of them has their own character and design language. Honestly, I prefer the software experience of the Nothing Phone 2a. The design language and character of Nothing OS is great. Dot matrix fonts, those awesome widgets, glyph lights customizations, ringtones, everything ties up very well together. And there is one more major point over here, that is software updates. Nothing is way better at software updates. See, I booted this smartphone after a couple of weeks for this comparison and I got a software update which fixed some bugs here and there and also upgraded the security patch to May 2024. On the other hand, the Moto Edge 50 Fusion is still stuck on the March security update. So it's pretty clear that the software point goes to the Nothing Phone 2a. There are two cameras on the rear side, main and ultra wide. Let's start with the main camera first. The images clicked on Nothing Phone 2a are a little bit warmer as compared to Moto H50 Fusion, and the white balance is very inconsistent in the images shot on the Nothing Phone 2a. So it definitely needs improvement in that department. And as far as exposure goes, the images shot on the Nothing Phone 2a are more natural as compared to the Moto H50 Fusion. A prime example of that can be seen in portrait images. Portrait images look more natural from the Nothing Phone 2a. I would say that Moto H50 Fusion captures images that are ready for social media. So definitely in terms of the main camera, Moto H50 Fusion is doing a better job. It is more consistent with better exposure and details, basically social media ready. But the story is not the same with the ultra wide angle camera. Ultra wide angle images are better from the Nothing Phone 2a. Ultra wide angle photos from the H50 Fusion are not that detailed, and they're kind of inconsistent in terms of exposure and white balance. So definitely for ultra wide angle camera, I will pick the Nothing Phone 2a. What about the selfie camera though? Well, in terms of selfies, both of these smartphones are doing a great job. Nothing Phone 2a has a slight edge sometimes, and Moto H50 Fusion has a slight edge sometimes. I would call this round a tie. Selfies from both of these smartphones are very good for the price of these smartphones. I hope you get my point. Alright, this is a very quick front camera video test with the Moto H50 Fusion and the Nothing Phone 2a. I am walking and I am talking, and I'll also be switching the audio between both of these devices so you guys can get to know about the microphone quality. Now, one interesting thing is that Moto H50 Fusion can shoot in 4K from the front camera, while the Nothing Phone 2a cannot do that. So yeah, that is super interesting. Alright, this is a very quick rare camera video test of these two smartphones, and with this you will get to know about the stabilization because I am walking and you can see the stabilization. I think that both of them are doing a great job. Both of them can shoot in 4K at 30 FPS, so that is very nice. Now let's do a quick run, and that's about it. Now you guys let me know which one was better in the comment section down below. But the view over here is incredible, right? When it comes to battery life, it is excellent on both the phones. Phone 2a and H50 Fusion will last you throughout the day with some juice left towards the end of the day. Basically, for a normal use, if you charge the smartphone at 100% in the morning, it will still have 25 to 30% left towards the end. But when it comes to charging, there is no charger in the box with the Nothing Phone 2a. On the other hand, with the Moto H50 Fusion, you get a 68-watt fast charger inside the box itself. Now that is a very big plus point for this smartphone and a very big negative for this smartphone. I feel that in the budget series, Nothing should not remove the chargers. They should provide chargers because that is a very important thing. So you will have to buy a separate charger with this smartphone. So definitely add that cost of at least 1500 rupees to buy a good charger for this smartphone. Now we come to the little things. The haptic motor is better on the Nothing Phone 2a. The buttons are clicky and tactile on both the phones. The speakers are good on Phone 2a as well as the H50 Fusion. Not the best out there, but not the worst either. Now let me quickly check what all points are still remaining. Call quality, yes, call quality has been good on both the phones. Now the only thing remaining is the final verdict and price. So price of Moto H50 Fusion is 22,999 and Nothing Phone 2a starts at 23,999. So Nothing Phone 2a is 1,000 rupees expensive, and also add the price of the charger. So this phone is like 2,000 rupees expensive as compared to Moto H50 Fusion. So what is my final verdict? Which smartphone would I pick? The Nothing Phone 2a or the Moto H50 Fusion? Honestly, I will pick the Nothing Phone 2a, and there are a couple of reasons for that. Number one is obviously the software experience. The software experience of this smartphone is unmatched. It is absolutely incredible and has a lot of character. It is also better in terms of updates. And the second reason is design. As I said, design is subjective and a personal choice, and my personal choice is the Nothing Phone 2a. I really like the design language of the smartphones with the glyph lights, transparent back and everything. So yeah, my pick definitely is the Nothing Phone 2a. What would you guys prefer? Let me know in the comment section down below. So yeah, this was my comparison between the Nothing Phone 2a and Moto H50 Fusion. If you like this content, then make sure to hit that like button. If you found the content worthwhile, then subscribe to the channel because I keep making such videos. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.